I'm not, I don't think like a very at work confrontational. It's not that I shy away from confrontation in a personal stuff. I don't try to, but if something needs to be addressed, I do it.
That's
At
not you,
work. Right. I feel like it's just like what we do at work. I would not let things slide, but like we have other managers or a way to like address things. But a couple weeks ago, I was just kind of like, I had made, I think in a week, like 6,000 plus oils, and the oil orders out versus what we had made just didn't click. And for me, I was just like, I don't really know like what's Miles taking pictures. I don't know what's happening, and it's just really frustrating because I'm moving forward. But in October, I made a video explaining what was going on. We had like not too many orders, but like we had an influx of orders and didn't have enough staff to get them out or enough hours in the day. Not that I couldn't make the products, right? We can get the products out. We can. Some of them, it takes time for certain things, right? And obviously, I would try not to work 7 days a week because I used to make oils every single day. But even with like the Saturdays and Sundays that I take off or certain days that I'm not here, we can make the stuff. But there was just like a huge disconnect. We were trying to figure out what it was. It really, at the end of the day, was staff. Like we just didn't have enough hands. And that's like the way it was. So a lot of people in that video, first off, we came up with the name Baddies versus Bottleneck. And we kind of just like decided what we were going to call this series, which I think like I'm trying to figure out how to actually show you guys like this part of the business because I'm trying to be more open. And I have been seeing like more people talking about that have businesses like talk about their business and like problems that they're having or ways that they're fixing it. It's just hard for me to conceptualize like how we're really going to do it. So we called it Baddies versus Bottleneck, and we talked about interviews and how people would either show up or not show up. We were getting caught. Actually, we got very caught up right before Black Friday. And then Black Friday, we had the biggest sale of the year. Well, I think our birthday was bigger. It's just like it's the biggest sale that we've ever had. I think a lot of people were new to Moonlight Sage, which is beautiful and fun and so much fun. I love that. And we got the most orders we've ever gotten in like a span of 3 or 4 days, which was insane. Beautiful. Cool. Hey, but we're working through them now. And we did change we had to come up with new policies, and this is more like businessy, but like SOPs, which is standard operations procedures, and like training guides, and like, oh, on your first day, you do this, on your second day. It's just like, so I think in the last year we were like building foundation blocks, which sounds crazy in year 5, but we were able to get there's always just so much learning. And I feel like we say this in so many podcasts where we're like, oh, well, we learned and we're never going to make that mistake again. And I don't think we do, but like the things that we run into, we're like,
what was that?
Yeah. Or like, it makes sense that other like big businesses have these things in place, because then it's just like in place and you never have to worry about it, or you don't have to think about it. Like, oh, this is just like what your beginning and end of day ship. This is how things go. We have like down to like how when we train people for shipping, they have like, oh, this is how you wrap the paper. Whereas before you would be training one person, so you could just show them once and it's fine. But like now we have, a fleet of new people. Sometimes I walk in, like it was a joke in like early December. I would walk into the shipping room and be like, who are these people? Because they're a bunch of temps.
It's not a joke anymore.
No, but now we know, we say temps, but like only because they're not, I don't think they're temporary. Hopefully they'll say yes when we try to take them from their team and buy their contract. Well, we're waiting till the contracts run out, because buying their contracts out is expensive. But we're hoping to keep the team growing. We're going to put like 2 more shippers and behind the scenes. So we still are making everything in-house. I make things in big batches. That's what I say to people. We make things in big batches, and my employees help me now that we have more hands to like separate everything. So we make